hide if he sees alternative media, ask him about it. And then they say Dune clips. John Hill, he lived in Ireland where they arrested him and had him extradited to England for mailing people copies of the film. He's really John Hill from Sheffield. That's where the Watsons are from. His alias, Muad'Dib, is a fictional character in the science fiction film Dunes. They make that sound like he's insane because of an internet handle. A film starring Sting and Kyle McLuhan about an intergalactic freedom fighting. So they use that to act like he's crazy. None of the film is about Dune. He just has the internet handle Muad'Dib. So they say because that's an Arabic term, that means he's a Al-Qaeda. See? So because of your internet handle, you're now with Al-Qaeda, and then it gets into he thinks he's Jesus.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
This is Alex Jones, and I want to tell you again about a company that has supported us in the truth movement for years. Inner Health Botanicals. This company produces the highest quality superfood around, called Inner Food. My wife just loves the stuff. And now the health ranger, Mike Adams, has awarded Inner Food his Editor's Choice Award for Best Superfood of 2009. Inner Food is loaded with 20 great organic ingredients. No fillers, no sweeteners. It would be impossible to blend this up for a better price, and their formula really works. This is the real thing for the great health you need. Try the Nutra Cafe, their great organic coffee infused with polysaccharides that boost the immune system. A truly healthy coffee that tastes great. And take it from me, folks, it really does taste great. Don't forget to try their other great products. Go to www.enerfood.com. That's www.enerfood.com. Or just click on their banner on Infowars.com for special pricing. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator this summer. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded, especially with the high-demand summer months ahead. Number 4, the hurricane and dangerous summer storm season is here again. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, a longtime sponsor of ours. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun yet, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call toll-free 877-327-0365. This is Alex Jones. Have you heard of the Millionaire Patriot? Well, you should. He has a free handgun and 5 days of firearms training waiting for you. That's right. You can attend 5 days of world-class gun training at Front Sight Firearms Training Institute and secure a 30-state concealed weapons permit, all for pennies on the dollar. Plus, if you act fast, the Millionaire Patriot will give you a free Springfield Armory XD pistol in the caliber of your choice. I believe now is the time that you and your family need to be armed and trained to levels that exceed law enforcement and military standards. Front Sight provides such training without any boot camp mentality or drill instructor attitudes. This is real. Don't miss out. Secure a Front Sight defensive handgun course, plus a 30-state concealed weapons permit for pennies on the dollar, and get your free handgun. Go to frontsight.com today. That's FRONTSIGHT.com. Go to frontsight.com for your training and free gun. I mean, this is so ridiculous that the BBC comes out and attacks all of us to talk about 7-7. They got a little snipe at me in here. A document on Muad'Dib's website reveals he believes he is the Messiah and that George Lucas wrote Star Wars after being told telepathically to write it by the very force to which the films refer. He's been arrested and facing extradition to the UK on a charge of preventing the course of justice by sending DVDs of the 7-7 ripple effect to the judge and the jury foreman and linked to the trial and the attacks. This hasn't stopped the film. Alex Jones, who runs an internet site and a U.S. radio show devoted to conspiracy theories, claims the 7/7 ripple effect has been just exploding all over the website since Hill's arrest. I said exploding all over the web. You know, we don't run a conspiracy website. Peter Powers of Visor Consultancy, former head of Scotland Yard Public Relations, said they ran a drill of the exact same trains and bus being attacked in the exact same way at the exact same time. Why did they do that? As a cover story in case any government operatives get caught by other government agencies who aren't part of the staged attack, the false flag. They can say, oh, it's just part of a drill. They camouflage the funding for the terror attack through the drill. And it goes on and on and on. I mean, the White House right now, publicly, the last two White Houses, has Wahhabist Sunni groups attacking the Iranian government on record. And then Obama goes on TV and says it's a conspiracy theory that the CIA is involved in Iran with this color revolution, or that they have any terror groups operating when it's publicly admitted. Mike Rivero popping in for 10-15 minutes from whatreallyhappened.com. I want to get you on a host of issues, but first off, what do you know about Cynthia McKinney? I heard you saying you were going to have her on last week. I didn't hear if she was there or not. But it's coming in here that Israel attacks justice boat, kidnaps human rights workers. Israel attacks her boat. This is coming out, being released by one of the aid organizations she's with. Today, Israeli occupation forces attacked and bombarded Free Gaza Movement boat, the Spirit of Humanity, abducting 21 human rights workers in 11 countries, including Nobel laureate Marguerite and former U.S. Congresswoman Cynthia McKinney. The passengers and crew are being forcibly dragged towards Israel. This is an outrageous violation of international law against us. Our boat was not in Israeli waters, and we were on a human rights mission to Gaza. Mike, why does Israel keep doing this? This is bad PR to ram the boat a few weeks ago and almost sink it, and then now to do this, and they're in international waters. I'm surprised they don't just pull a USS Liberty and torpedo it and then say the Easter Bunny did it.
Yeah, it is a serious situation here. They were in international waters. They're actually in a port in Israel now. The ship has basically been hijacked by the Israeli Navy, and the people basically taken into custody, including 6 journalists and Cynthia McKinney and the aid workers. What makes this extremely serious is that, as you say, the initial contact between the Israeli Navy and the aid boat took place in international water, and the Israeli Navy was actively jamming their navigation systems, their GPS, their radar. It was very difficult to get any messages out because of all the jamming. They were reduced to trying to find where they were with a sextant and a compass. And it was just a very, very difficult situation. It was in the middle of the night when this happened. And, of course, the big situation here is the corporate media, which made such a big stink about the arrest of the staffers at the British Embassy in Tehran, and they were claiming it was a new hostage crisis. They're staying silent about this. The same media that was screaming about the Somali pirates hijacking ships in Somali territorial waters, this hijacking in international waters involving a humanitarian aid ship, so far is not being mentioned at all on the American corporate media that I have found yet. In fact, it's really pretty much confined to the alternative media. Your radio show and our websites are the only ones actively working to get this story out.
Well, how do we know they were in international waters? I mean, I believe it. Israel's extremely bold, but A, how do we confirm this? And then B, I guess that's why the mainstream media should be reporting on this. The U.S. Embassy should be making a big deal out of this. I mean, even if Israelis are, quote, the ally of the United States, this would be an incident if the British government came out in international waters and rammed and almost sunk a ship, and then the next time it came by, went and grabbed it and is towing it in to, I guess, disappear. I mean, what comes next if our media won't talk about it? Will they line Cynthia McKinney and the Nobel laureate up and shoot him in the back of the head? I mean, that's what happened with the USS Liberty.
Well, the situation here is definitely, it's a tremendous diplomatic crisis here, and the U.S. can basically stand back and try and pretend it's no big deal. But the reality is that this boat was carrying the very sort of materials that Barack Obama had just requested Israel start to allow into Gaza, mostly bags of cement, things like that, construction materials. And so what Israel has basically done is thumb its nose at Barack Obama, pretty much